Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, entitled mom gets angry that I won't share. Yelled at a customer today. Can't help not commenting. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled mom gets angry that I won't share. This happened a while ago. I learned long ago how to study effectively for myself for tests. I was in college and needed to study for an upcoming test. So I was in the local library at a single table. I had everything spread out and color-coded with colored pens, pencils, markers and highlighters. I was absorbed by what I was doing. A sweet, cute and adorable little girl came to me to ask politely if she could use some paper and colored pencils. I told her no. She smiled and nodded and went back to her mom. I was about to go back to studying when her mom appeared by my side and looked angry as hell. She told me to either let her daughter use my things or put it away. Her daughter looked miserable and embarrassed. I felt really sorry for her. I just stared at her in complete surprise at the sheer entitlement. I had heard stories of similar people but had thought that it was exaggerated. I told her to leave me alone and go away. She told me I was being disrespectful to my elder. With a hard roll of my eyes, I told her, I am at least a few years older than you. She started screaming, which brought the librarian over. Y'all, I have never seen this woman be tough. I thought she was a pushover. She was so sweet and treated everyone like they were her babies. She was like the grandma everyone wanted. She went from sweet grandma to raging badass. Hell, she scared me worse than the time I got mock charged by a mama bear. She yelled at her, "What did I tell you about coming here again? Your daughter is welcome to come here. You are not. You have been banned from here for harassing everyone here. Get out now." I'm pretty sure my eyes were popping out of my face. I was definitely slack-jawed. The entitled mom was backing up pretty fast. Then from raging badass in a split second back to sweet elderly grandma, she gave the little girl a hug and a kiss to her forehead. She came over to me see if I was okay and grinned at my shocked face. I always let people think that I'm too sweet to be tough. The surprise is effective. I nodded and started packing up my things and told her that I would never be able to refocus on my studies for that day. Librarians, I'm telling you. Librarians will save the world. They secretly run it. Don't mess with librarians. They know all, they see all, and they will do pretty much anything to protect community space and access to information. Don't mess with librarians or old ladies. Librarians have seen some shit and old ladies have very little left to lose. This is why I love librarians. Why do people believe they can try their luck at libraries? You don't mess with libraries or librarians. And it takes a lot to get banned from any library. Now I wish I had stuck with my dream of being a librarian. It just seemed so far-fetched when I was 30 years younger. It's never too late to pursue your dreams, even if it starts as part-time. Dang, feel bad for the kid. Actually, that kid will likely grow up to be very good at handling difficult people. When you grow up close to crazy, you develop skills normal people don't ever need to learn. It'll be painful, for sure, but they should emerge stronger. I know this is showing my age, but did anyone else think of the ghost librarian in Ghostbusters? Yelled at a customer today. So I stepped out of work real quick to go to Whole Foods to get an iced coffee, and anyways, while I'm telling my order to the barista, this guy who ordered before me starts ching about how his coffee is cold cause of the milk and starts literally belittling the barista, and that shit pissed me off. The barista got frustrated with his attitude and threw his drink in the sink to make a new order, and I'm just giving a death stare at this guy and was like, "What is your problem? I could literally tell that it ruined her mood, and then she made his new drink and starts cursing at her again for not telling him that his drink was done and at pickup. So then I defend her and yell at him saying, "Who you think you talking to like that? If you used your brain and tucked away your fragile ego, then you would have seen the sign says pickup." GTFO with all that bullshit, and he looked at me all mad and walked off mad, and the two girls were like, "Thank you so much, we need more people like you, you're the best." And I told her that shit pissed me off with the way he was being. I'm glad you said something. It's sad that some people think it is okay to yell at service workers just because they're in a mood. I'm glad you went to their rescue. This was your good deed for the day. We need more PPL like you. Sadly, us workers can't tell customers like that off ourselves, or we would get in trouble with our bosses. It's just so crazy how he was picking on her because she was quiet. He didn't give me that same energy when I yelled at him. He walked away like a coward. Depends on the boss, but in general, yes, I agree. When I was a teen, I worked at a well-known chicken fast food restaurant. I was working the drive-thru and the headset stopped working. When the customer drove up, I politely asked him to repeat his order. He lost his shit. Here he was, maybe late 20s, with another man of the same age in his van going off on a 17-year-old for no reason. I looked at him and said, "F you." I was pissed. He parked and ran inside to start berating me. I just looked at him and laughed while my amazing boss tried to calm him down. There are some seriously unhinged people out there. You're a hero. Service people need people like you so much. I hate when I see videos of a Karen screaming at a staff member and no one says a thing. Good for you. We must all stand up and put these foils on blast. Yes. One of my joys in life is when someone is being a Kyle or Karen is in the line I'm standing in is to say what the poor person behind the counter wants to say, and what I wanted to say when I was working that side of the counter myself. I'm also nice to customer service folks over the phone. Not all heroes wear capes. Well done. Yes. Finally, someone not contributing to the bystander effect. Can't help not commenting. It seems like you can't get anywhere without someone assuming something of you. About a month ago, I 35, sustained a compression fracture in my back at work. It's almost healed, but the muscles are still sore and hurts to sit in hard chairs. Today I'm flying out to a wedding. I checked with my doctor and he said it will be fine to travel, but take it easy. So I get to the airport and head to my gate. I'm there early before a lot of other passengers. I see that there is one single padded chair over near the windows and sit in it. As more and more people start to come to the gate, seats start filling up. Enter, let's call her Karen. Definitely older, maybe 60s and plus size. Accompanied by her, looks like 40-something-year-old son maybe? This is the interaction. Karen from behind me, "Excuse me." Me, yes? Karen, would you mind giving me that seat? Me, excuse me? Karen, you're young, I'm old. That seat would be more comfortable for me. I need it more. Me, oh, normally I would, but my back is injured right now, and since I'm gonna be sitting for a long time, I'm gonna take the most padding I can get. Sorry. Karen, starting to turn away from me. Asshole. I start to laugh as her comment surprised me. Her, what's funny? Me, well, it's funny that because I'm injured and won't move for you to give you a chair where he, the man she was with, wouldn't be able to sit anywhere close to you. Her, don't worry about him. You disrespectful asshole. The man, come on, there are some chairs over there we can sit in. Her, no. He doesn't get to get away with talking to me like that. At this point, I put my headphones in and the man drags her away. Let's pray I'm not next to them on the flight. Age does not entitle anyone to sit in the better chair. Good for you for sticking up for yourself. Age used to be an achievement before modern medical care. Nowadays, age ain't nothing special. I hate people like that. Just because someone looks young doesn't mean they're able-bodied. FR. I turned 21 a few weeks ago and joked that I'm working with the body of a 90-year-old. This is true. I'm disabled from being in 2 bad car crashes. I can walk for short distances and sometimes need help to get up or down 1 or 2 steps if there is no rail available. But I look really young. Just by looking at me, you wouldn't be able to tell that I'm disabled. But I have gotten yelled at for using the handicap parking with my placard. I'm a 50-year-old fat woman, and it would never occur to me to ask someone of any age to give their seat to me. Yay you for standing your ground. Me too. I don't think I'd ask, but if I did, I'd accept the response and follow up with well wishes on a speedy recovery. I'm not fat, but I have other health issues and am medically required to sit at times, and even at that point I never ask anyone for their seat. I find somewhere to lean or I'd sit on the floor before I bother someone else. If I were to ask someone and they said I also need to sit even if they didn't give me a reason, I'd accept that. It's crazy how people are just going out into public and treating others like they aren't people too, boggles my mind. I had a coworker that would moan and complain constantly about our chairs and how uncomfortable she was. I got so sick of it, one day I finally said, well, if you lost 60 pounds you would be amazed at how much more comfortable you would be. That finally shut her up. That completely ignores all of the musculoskeletal issues she could have had, or the ergonomic problems women have from sitting in chairs designed for men. They all are. It was rude and antisocial to boot. But I bet you felt proud of yourself for being nasty to a fat person. Did it motivate her to try to lose weight? If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.